Find a comfortable seat here on your mat. You guys are normally over here. It's kind of messing with me. I like it. Switching it up.
Yeah, that's what we do. We bring balance.
Sure. You two unbalanced. All right, I'll take it. All right, find a comfortable seat here on your mat. Close your eyes. And take a moment here, allowing yourself to shift around a little bit. So you're not settling directly into your seat just yet, but allowing yourself to shift around. You're noticing some of those kinks from your week or your evening. And then once you feel comfortable or relatively comfortable, settle into your seat and begin to breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. Starting that Ujjayi breath. So you've got that whisper breath going, using the muscles of the back of your throat. Then lift a little taller through the crown of your head so you feel your spine lengthening, some of the pressure in your joints alleviated by creating some muscular structure. Once you have that lift, soften. So soften around the shoulders, the hips, jaw. And then get that breath going a little bit more. So this whisper breath supports you as well as those around you this morning. We're going to work with bringing in a little bit of ease in our practice today. So oftentimes we have this stringent conceptual idea of what the pose should feel like and should be. So once you find the structure today in our poses, start to infuse some lightness, some ease into the pose. And sometimes that could be physical. Sometimes that could be a little bit of levity, right? Finding some softness in how you approach it. So we'll take 3 more breaths, letting that intention sink in. And slowly opening your eyes. Gather the soles of your feet together for Baddha Konasana. We're going to start a little bit Ramdev style yoga where you just flap your legs. You can be a 5-year-old for a moment. Working with the joints rather than the muscles, loosening up, especially as the weather changes. Then bring your legs to a stopping position. We're going to work with 3 rounds of Uddiyana Bandha into 3 rounds of Angisara. Obviously, I can't demo them, so I'll talk you through them. So bringing your hands back behind you. Take a huge breath, lift up to the heart. Holding at the top. And then as you're ready, exhale strongly out the mouth, come forward. Hold empty. Draw belly in and up, hollowing out through the abdominals, through the core. When you're ready to inhale, rise back up. Fingertips back behind you, lift through the heart. Hold for as long as you comfortably can. And then as you're ready, come back into Uddiyana Bandha, exhaling strongly out the mouth. Holding empty, draw navel towards spine. Holding as long as you comfortably can. Soften around the shoulders. And release the belly, rise back up. Do one more round of that at your own rhythm. Once you've completed that third round, take an extra breath up top, just finding that ujjayi. And then we're moving into Agnisara, so same action with the belly, but instead of holding it in, you're gonna press the belly out, pull it in, press it out, all without breathing. So I'll guide you through the first 2 rounds. Let's do 4 total so you can kind of feel into it this morning. Deep breath in, lift up through the heart. As you're ready, exhale strongly out the mouth, come forward. Once you're empty, stay empty. Pull the belly in, stay empty. Use your muscles, press the belly out. Pull it in, press it out as many times as you can here. When you're ready to inhale, press the belly out, rise back up. If you know this, you can go at your own pace, lifting through the heart, hold full. And then as you're ready, exhale out the mouth, out inside. Holding empty, navel comes in and out, pressing out, pulling in. Going at a speed that works for you this morning. When you're ready to inhale, press the belly out. Come back up, do this twice more at your own pace. Of this round, stay forward, folding deeper into your cobbler pose. And this is when you really have the opportunity to soften, intentionally relaxing through shoulders, intentionally relaxing through jaw. A few more full breaths here. Inhale, walk your way back upright. Left hand out to the left, right hand out, pressing into that right thigh. Start to lean away from that right leg. Yeah, press to the inner thigh, lean away. And if you want to add a twist here, you can start to turn towards that left leg, maybe hinging forward a little bit. Inhaling, coming back up right. Take a moment in center just to reset through the hips, and then moving to the second side. Right hand props out to support you, left hand comes to the thigh. Press down and away, leaning towards that right leg. Maybe turning a little bit, turning it into a twist. A few full breaths here, still actively pressing the feet into one another. And rising back upright. Bring your hands to outer thighs. Help the knees back together slowly. And then we're going to rock forward, coming onto hands and knees. So very intentionally starting slow, infusing that ease into our poses this morning. Moving with a basic cat-cow, inhaling, lift through the heart. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, scoop the chest up, shoulder blades draw down and back. Exhale, navel comes in and up as you arc the back body. Just getting into a rhythm that works for you. Perhaps staying with this cat-cow, or maybe shifting all the way forward into a version of up dog, back through a version of child's pose. Maybe taking some hip circles. Just a little bit of creativity as you listen to your body for the next few breaths. And over the next 3 breaths, make your way into our first downward facing dog of the practice. So very intentionally rooting down to the hands, tucking toes under, hips extend up and back for your downward facing. And if movement is feeling good, weave that in here. Maybe bending and straightening the legs, shifting the hips, side to side, shaking the head, yes and no. This is more about feeling into the pose than finding that perfect structure thus far. So taking just a few more breaths, feeling into this initial downward facing dog, this initial inversion for practice. Yeah, beautiful. On your exhale, slowly lower your knees to the earth, and we'll make our way back to a child's pose. So modifying as you need, maybe walking the knees wider apart, coming more into a puppy pose with your hips elevated over the knees, or taking the arms back by your sides, taking pressure out of the shoulders. Just a few deep breaths into the back body, and very consciously tuning into that intention of really weaving some ease into your body, yeah. About 3 more breaths here. If there's another intention, another reason you came to your mat this morning, let that weave in here as well. Making this practice exclusively your own. Inhale, walk your hands forward. Make your way up to hands and knees. Then cross your ankles, make your way all the way down onto your back, setting up for some forward. Stand aside if it's nice to have a little bit of ease first, or if it makes the core even more rude. Y'all can have your own opinions of that. All right. Make sure you have a prop to your back. Interlace the hands back behind your head. We're going to start with a basic elbow to knee before we do anything else crazy this morning. So hands behind your head, knees stacked over your hips, bent at about 90-degree angles. Activate your feet, so spreading the toes. Now, if at any point this gets too much for your back body or hamstrings, you can bring the feet all the way down to the ground. You can also work, instead of extending the leg at 45 degrees, you can extend the leg straight up to the sky. So that'll make sense in a moment. Take a huge breath, spread it through the back body. Hold that breath, press mid-back in the mat, curl tailbone up. On your exhale, lift head and shoulders. Take a huge breath in here. Hold that breath. Curl tailbone up. On your exhale, elbows towards the left thigh. Reach right leg forward at a 45-degree angle, or you have that option to go straight up towards the ceiling. Whole low belly down. Inhale, bend both knees, come back through center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up. On your exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach left leg forward at 45 degrees, pull low belly down. Good, Mike. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath, press mid back to the mat. Curl elbow, exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Reach right leg forward, 45 degrees, activate the foot. Spread your toes, pull belly down. Inhale, back to center, hold the breath. Curled elbow. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach left foot forward, 45 degrees. Awesome. Pull low belly down. Inhale, back through center, hold the breath. Curled tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Reach right leg forward, 45 degrees. Pull low belly down. Tuck a little more. Inhale, back through center, hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach left leg forward, spread your toes. Pull belly down, tuck a little more. Inhale, back to center. Keep head and shoulders lifted. Now, little tip here, your knees don't come any closer to your face. They stay stacked directly over your hips. The opposite leg extends forward, so your knees don't come any closer to your torso than where your hips are aligned. All right, deep breath in here. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Reach right leg forward, 45 degrees. Pull that belly down. Tuck a little more. There you go. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach left leg forward, spread the toes, pull belly down. Tuck a little more. Inhale, back to center. We'll do one more round here. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Reach right leg forward, pull belly down, tuck a little more. Inhale, back to center, hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone, exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach through that left foot, pull belly down, tuck a little more. Inhale, back to center, and release. Walk your feet hip width apart. Extend your arms out to the sides. Move a little here through this basic windshield wiper legs. On exhale, knees fall to one side. Inhale, back through center. Exhale to the other side. And just finding a rhythm here that feels good, moving with your breath. Giving a little bit of relief to the back body and the hips. All right, coming back through center. Grab hold of your prop. Place it in between your thighs. All right, take it in between your thighs. Squeeze. Extend your legs straight up to the sky. Come on, you got it. Now you can always bend the knees to 90-degree angles here to take some pressure out of the hamstring from the left. You can also keep your feet all the way on the ground. Reinterlace your hands behind your head. Take a huge breath, spread it through the back body. Hold that breath, press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone up, squeeze the prop. On exhale, head and shoulders lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Yes, nice, Jen. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone up, squeeze your prop. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Shoulder blades lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Shoulder blades lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid back in the mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Shoulder blades lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Moving into gate opener. Deep breath in. Hold that breath. Curl tailbone up. Squeeze your prop. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, left hand to your prop, straddle the legs. Now if straddling feels too intense, keep your knees bent. Curl tailbone up, curl tailbone up, reach out through inner thighs. Exhale, lift head and shoulders a little bit higher, pull belly down. Now inhale, bring legs back together. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up, squeeze the prop, exhale.
Head and shoulders come up. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to prop, straddle legs. Exhale, tuck tailbone. Reach out through inner thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid-back to the mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze your prop. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, left hand to prop, straddle the legs. Exhale, tuck tailbone, reach out strongly through the thighs. Perfect, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to your prop, straddle. Exhale, tuck tailbone. Reach out through thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up, squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, left hand to prop, straddle. Exhale, tuck tailbone. Reach out through thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Tuck tailbone. Squeeze your prop. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Squeeze a little more, feel the heat that you're building. Pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to prop, straddle. Exhale, tuck tailbone. Reach out through thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together and release. Set your prop aside. Moving into bridge pose. So knees stacked directly over your heels, feet about hip width apart. If it's helpful, you can reach down, graze the backs of your heels to your fingertips. Rooting down strongly through your feet. Inhale, peel your spine away from the mat, lifting into bridge. Now you're welcome here to use a prop under your hips or in between your thighs just for that additional support. Regardless of what version you're in, activate the legs. So light squeeze of inner thighs towards center. Really press the earth away. All of that firing up gives your abdominal core the ability to open and expand. Breathe into that space. So just being very kind to your body in this moment, allowing the abdominals to slowly unwind after doing all of that contraction. Intentionally breathing into the core. Soften your shoulders, soften your jaw. We'll take 5 more breaths here. I did lock the front door, but if you need to leave for any reason, it's just a deadbolt under. You can undo it at any point. So just heads up with that. Breathing down, or rather up all the way into the chest, the belly. Creating this space and this ease. Take one more inhale. Where can you soften? Your next exhale, tuck tailbone. Remove any props. Slowly lower your spine back down to earth. From here, release the back body. Either hug the knees into your chest or press the thighs away. Taking a moment here to release that body. Roll over onto your left side. Keeping your neck relaxed, press your way up to a seat and come all the way forward onto hands and knees, lowering down to your forearms. Flip your palms up to the sky here.
So your goal in this version of dolphin is to keep reaching the thumbs towards the ground. You may be able to reach there. For most of us, it's an action of moving the thumbs towards the ground. So squeeze the elbows towards one another isometrically, so you're firing up those chest muscles. Let the head hang heavy. On your exhale, tuck your toes under, hips extend to the sky for dolphin. Get that external rotation, really pressing the thumbs towards the earth, light squeeze of, rather a lot of a squeeze, of inner elbows towards one another. Relax through the head and neck. Hips extend to the sky, so you're activating the core here. We're gonna hang out here for about 5 more breaths. Really pressing into the earth, feeling this different variation of dolphin. Yeah, nice. Good, Stacey. Let your head hang here. You'll have an opportunity to activate later. Very intentionally pressing into the earth. Good, Mike. 2 more breaths. On your exhale, lower your knees to the earth. Flip your palms so they're facing the mat. Coming into a basic dolphin, either palms facing the mat, forearms parallel to one another, shoulder width apart. Or you can always clasp your hands for additional support. Head hangs. Exhale, tuck the toes under, press back up into dolphin if you're not already there. Tiptoe the toes in a little bit closer to your elbows. Extend the hips up to the sky so you feel for that elongation in the back body. On your next inhale, extend the left leg up and back. Yes, beautiful. Spread through the toes. Reach this leg long and high. And then lifting out of the shoulders by activating those muscles. Yes. Your exhale, lower the left foot. Inhale, slowly extend the right leg. Keep that breath strong and supportive. Awesome, keep that breath strong. 2 more breaths here. Reach through the toes. Nice, Stacey. On your exhale, lower the right foot. 1 last breath of dolphin. And then exhale, knees to the earth. Your well-deserved child's pose, puppy or embryo. Whatever will allow your body to surrender here for a few breaths. Letting the earth hold you. Connecting back into that intention of weaving in some ease in your practice. And perhaps any other intention that is calling to you in this moment. Two more breaths here. Inhale, walk your hands forward. Make your way back up to hands and knees. Exhale all the way back to downward facing dog. Yeah, and just take a moment here. Notice what's shifted. Without judgment, that's one of our goals here, is to truly let go of judgment. At least in our yoga practice. Because there's really nowhere you're working towards in these poses. It's just feeling, experiencing, tuning into the body. Letting that be your goal. And that be part of your intention of every practice you step into.
Take a deep breath in your down dog. Exhale out the mouth. Just do one more like that. Deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Bend your knees, step your feet to the top of your mat, arriving in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale to fold it back in. Do that once more. Inhale, spinal extension, that monkey pose. Exhale to fold it in. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Classical suns. Inhale, re-extend the arms. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Slow and controlled dive. Inhale, step left foot back, lunge or low lunge this morning. Lift and open through the torso. Hands can be on that left side or one or both arms can extend. Staying here for a few breaths. Shift deeper into the pose and then activate the legs a little more so you're still supported. Yeah. Soften the shoulders. There you go. On your exhale, hands to the earth. Step back to plank pose. Now at any point you can bring the knees down for support. You can also skip the vinyasa and go directly to down dog. Otherwise, slowly lower chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart, cobra or up dog. Good, beautiful, Lisa. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in and down dog. Exhale, step left foot through. Lunge or low lunge on this side. Lift and open through the torso. Find the depth that works for you in this moment. Fire up the legs. Breathe into the heart center, creating more space in this frontal plane. Exhale, hands to the earth, this time forward folds. Navel draws in, come all the way up to standing. Arms reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Flowing here, inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot back lunge. One breath here, lift and open. Exhale, hands to the earth, step to plank. Your choice, down dog or vinyasa, move with your breath. Exhale, we'll all meet up in down dog. Exhale, step right foot forward. Lunge or low lunge, lift through the heart, telescoping the ribs. Good, Adam. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Inhale to rise up, reaching tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Flowing again, inhale, re-extend. Move with your breath, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot back lunge. Lift and open. Exhale, hands to the earth, step to plank. Continue that exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward, lunge. Open it up with that inhale, extending through the front body. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Inhale to rise all the way up, reaching tall. Beautiful. Exhale, hands to heart. One more here. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, dive, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot back lunge. Lift and open. Good. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step to plank. Continue that exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, open the heart, cobra or up dog. Yes, exhale, back to downward facing dog. On your next exhale, right foot steps forward. Open it up with the inhale. Exhale, hands to the earth, going at your own breath pace, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, reaching tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Close your eyes, mountain pose.
Just taking a moment here, letting all that movement sink in. You're welcome to rest your arms by your sides, creating a little more space through the torso. Connecting back in to that dedication, that intention of weaving in ease. Inhale to float your arms back up to the sky. Exhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Yeah, and you can choose here. Activate the legs here by either pressing into the earth with your toes or peeling the toes away from the mat. So either version will activate the legs. Yes. And then sit a little bit deeper. Yes, nice and yummy. Lift even more through the heart. Beautiful. Take one more inhale here. And exhale, dive forward. Inhale, spinal extension, that halfway lift. Exhale, place your hands on the mat, step your way back to plank pose. Now you're always welcome to bring your knees down for support. Hips on the same plane as the shoulder. Hold strong at your core. Now we're going to lower slowly. Don't do that yet. Come back up. Come back up. Jeez. Cheers. Seriously, now we have to hold it longer. Just kidding. All right, we're gonna lower as slowly as you can. Shoulder blades hug spine. Elbows point out, or elbows hug in rather. Yeah, there you go, Adam. Squeezing, come all the way down to your belly. Yeah, and if you're still going, just keep going. All right, everyone else. Hands next to your chest. I cannot demo this, so you're just gonna have to rely on my words. Hands next to your chest. On your inhale, use the back body to peel the chest and head up off the mat. So hands are lightly on the ground as support. Squeeze the shoulder blades on your back. Hug the back body. Lift even higher through the heart. Yes, so the hands are still on the ground here. You'll have an opportunity to lift them away. Keep the legs rooted to the earth. Take 2 more breaths. Really just focusing on the back muscles to open up the front body. And then exhale, lower down to the earth. Turn your head to the right. 2 deep breaths into the low back. You're welcome to place the back of your hand on the low back as a gauge of where you want to shift the breath into. All right, bring your hands next to your chest, turn your gaze back to the mat. Inhale, peel the chest and head up. Hands next to your chest, still hug, shoulder blades on the back. So same low cobra action here. From here, on your inhale, reach the arms back behind you. Hover on the belly button. Yes. Now, adding in, making this a full Salabhasana. Lift your legs up off the mat, good Kim. Reach through the toes. Activate the back muscle so you're really balancing on the belly button. Yes. Awesome. 2 more breaths. Exhale, lower back to the earth. Turn your head to the left. Take a few deep breaths into the low back. So again, you have that option to bring the back of one of your hands to low back. Just as a reminder of where to breathe.
Annastasia, I have a question about that.
Yes?
How do you get off your pelvic bone?
You don't. You can be stuck on it, but you can also, do you want a blanket if it bothers your hips? No, okay. Yeah, you might be stuck on your pelvic bone, and that's pretty common. All right, one more here. So this time you can either keep reaching the arms back behind you like we just did, or you can interlace the hands at the base of the spine. On your inhale, reach the head and shoulders up away from the earth. Reach the fingertips back, then activate the legs. Lift the thighs away from the earth. Yeah. And that just means, Melinda, that your back body's pretty strong, so you're able to shift the weight back to your pelvic bone. Reaching through the toes, lift up through the heart. 3 more breaths here. Gorgeous. Breathing into the chest. And then exhale, release.
Hands next to your chest. You have two options here. You can press up to hands and knees, make your way back to down dog, or you can reverse that chaturanga, press up through your plank, all the way back to downward facing dog. Yes, awesome. Once you're in down dog, take a deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Yeah, let's do one more like that. Deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale, slowly extend that left leg up to the sky. Spread the toes, reach the leg long, creating even more space in the core by extending through that left leg. On your exhale, step left foot through, rising up, crescent lunge. Now at any point in crescent lunge, if you need additional support, that right knee can come to the earth. Starting out with strong legs, torso directly towards the sky, shoulders soft. From here, tuck tailbone slightly, just so you have a little bit of a pelvic tilt. And then activate that right leg, start to lean back, opening more to the heart. Turning this more into a back bend. Keep lifting to the chest, imagining you've got a string reaching towards the rafters. Yes. Transitioning this into Lance Dodger. Bring the right hand behind your head, left arm behind the low back. Start to lean back even more, resting the head into your hand. More of a back bend here, breathing into the chest and belly. Filling up this frontal plane with breath and awareness. Spinal twist, bring the torso back upright, re-extend the arms. Exhale into a spinal twist. You have a choice. Right elbow can hook all the way over the left thigh, making a prayer twist or spreading the arms. If that's too much, right hand down to the ground, left hand to thigh, or left arm up to the sky. Finding the depth that works for you. Some of you may even want to bind here. It's just finding the depth of a twist that works for your body in this moment. No single pose is better than another. It's just feeling into what feels right. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Hug that left shoulder blade onto the back. That's it. Good lift, Jen. Connecting to your core. I swear when one person falls, everyone falls. Inhale, unwind, place your hand back onto the mat. Step your way back to plank pose. On your exhale, lower slowly, chaturanga. Inhale, basic up dog or cobra. Exhale all the way back to downward facing dog. Inhale, extend the right leg up to the sky. Spread through those toes, reach that leg long. Creating that space in the spine, and then weave in some of that ease, some of that softness. Awesome, breathing. Exhale, step right foot forward, crescent lunge. Inhale to rise up. Arms extend to the sky. Torso is perpendicular to the earth to start. Really activating through the front body, reaching the arms to the sky. And then get that slight tuck of tailbone. Exhale, activate the left leg, start to lean back, turning this more into a back bend. Yes, gorgeous. Breathing into the front body now, softening through the core to create even more space for the breath to flow into it. Lance Dodger, left hand behind the head. Right arm comes behind the back. Reach down with the hands. So it's tractioning out the spine. Lift up through the chest. Open through this front body.
Fill this pose with breath. Inhale, torso comes back upright. Exhale into your spinal twist. More or less mirroring what you took on the other side. But still listening to your body. So one side can probably twist deeper, easier. And just honoring that, being aware of it without that judgment. Continue to draw the right shoulder blade onto the back. Lifting through this right side of the chest. Use that Uddiyana Bandha to take yourself carefully deeper into the pose. 2 more breaths. Inhale, unwind. Place your hands back onto the earth. Step back to the pose. Exhale, Chaturanga. Come all the way down to your belly. This is one of my favorites. I haven't taught it for a while. Boat grabbing your butt. It's really grabbing your sit bones, but it's your butt. So reach down, grab hold of your butt. If you were wearing tighty whities, you'd be grabbing right where you felt that line of your underwear. Maybe you are. Maybe it's a really helpful tool. On your inhale, feel the chest and head up off the mat. On your exhale, squeeze the elbows towards one another, lift the legs up off the mat. So by grabbing your butt, you're not pressing it away, you're actually pulling it in, using that as leverage to lift even more through the torso, yes. Hold that butt. I used to be so afraid to say that, it's funny. Lift through the chest, squeeze your elbows towards one another. Awesome, 2 more breaths. Exhale, release. Turn your head to the right. Take a few deep breaths into the low back. You can bring the back of the left hand to your low back. Really feeling for that. Inhale to puff up the back body. Exhale to settle. Remember which way your head is turned. Hands next to your chest. Turn your head to face the mat. Exhale, tuck your toes under, either pressing up through all 4s or all the way up through that plank pose. We'll meet up in downward and facing dog. Deep breath in and down dog. Exhale out the mouth. One more like that, deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, float the left leg up to the sky. This time, bend that left knee, open up through the hip here. Equal weight through your hands. So you feel this twist occurring, maybe very subtly, mid-spine. And perhaps you have this delicious stretch in that right, or rather left quad, left hip flexor. Inhale, re-extend the left leg. Without momentum, exhale, step left foot through. Warrior 2, back heel roots down. Inhale to windmill your arms up. Take a moment, settle into your warrior. Feel the strength inherent in your legs here. Supporting this vulnerable power pose. I always love in yoga how the warrior poses have your heart wide open. Archer, warrior 2, reach that left arm up to the sky. Bend the left elbow. You can bring the right hand to the left elbow to start. You're welcome to stay or wrap that right arm behind the back, clasping hands, grabbing clothing. Soften through the shoulders, lift through the chest. Slight tuck through the core so you're not pushing the belly out. That's it. Breathe in to the shoulders, letting that go all the way down to the pelvic floor. Inhale, unwind the arms. Exhale, flip that left palm to the sky, reverse your warrior. Right hand can be on the hip or can work anywhere down that right leg. If you prefer the bind, go for it. Very intentional with breathing into this left side body while still retaining length in this right side of the torso. You're welcome to stay here or take the last few breaths in your neck stretch. Reach the left arm forward, head hangs heavy towards the right shoulder. Just a nice little release through that left side of the neck. Take 2 more breaths. Reaching through the left hand, come back up, warrior 2. Exhale, release both arms behind you, interlace the fingers. Draw the knuckles down, lift up to the heart. You're welcome to stay upright, opening the chest this way, or exhale, dive forward, bring your torso to the inside of the left leg. Clasp hands, reach away from your hips for this ostrich pose. Breathing down into the hips, and then all the way up into the shoulders. Activate the shoulders by squeezing the shoulder blades towards the spine. So there's some energetic or muscular energetic intention here. Yes, awesome. 2 more breaths. Exhale, lower the clasp, then release your hands. Walk the hands back to the top of your mat. Step your way back to plank pose. On your exhale, lower slowly, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up and back. Exhale, bend that right knee, start to open through the hip. Root down strongly through the hands as your foundation. Breathe up into that right quad, right hip flexor. Inhale, re-extend the right leg. Exhale, step the right foot through. Warrior 2, rising up with your breath. Take a moment, settle into your pose. Strong through the legs. Soft through the arms, but still supporting themselves. Filling this pose with breath. Archer, warrior 2. Right arm reaches to the sky, bend that right elbow. Left hand to the elbow to start, and then maybe wrapping that left arm behind the back, clasping hands, grabbing clothing. Soften the shoulders. Breathe into the chest. Exhale, release. Reverse warrior, right palm stays flipped to the sky. Exhale, reach up and back, opening this right side body. Once again, left hand can be on the hip or working its way down that left side. Maybe the left hand comes into the bind, grabbing hold of the inside of that right thigh. Breathe into the space in this right side body. Still extending through the left so you're not crunching that left rib cage or hip joint. Moving into your neck stretch, reach the right arm forward, parallel to your right thigh, head hangs heavy to the ground. Tune in to the breath, unraveling some of the tension in that right side of the neck. Reaching through the right hand, come back up, warrior two. Exhale, release the arms behind you, interlace the fingers. Draw the knuckles down, lift up to the chest. You can stay here or exhale, dive, coming into your ostrich pose. Torso to the inside of that right thigh, clasp hands, extend up. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards one another. Intentionally opening to the chest. Exhale, lower the clasp. Hands come down to the earth. Back to the top of your mat. Step your way back to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga all the way down to your belly. Moving into full bow Dhanurasana. Now if that's too much on your back body this morning, you can work with any of those belly back bends we've done thus far. Otherwise, working with full bow. Reaching the arms back behind you. Inhale. Grab hold of the shins or feet. On your exhale, lift up, coming into Dhanurasana, bow pose. Yes. Camel's a great option as well. Beautiful. Lifting through the chest. Light squeeze of knees towards one another, that's it. So you're not putting pressure on that S-strategy. Lift and open through the torso. Keep finding space here by really using the back body. Does that feel okay? If you want to go deeper, root through the thighs as you move more to the heart. Last inhale here. Exhale, release. Slowly lower to your mat. Turn your head to the left, unless you turn your head the other way last time. Take a few deserved breaths into the low back. Very consciously creating space where the jaws compressed. Hands next to your chest. Exhale, make your way up and back your way to downward facing dog. Inhale, extend the left leg up and back. Without momentum, exhale, step left foot through. Lower the right knee down to the ground. So I recommend adding some padding, whether that's flipping the side of your mat over or using a blanket or a sweatshirt under that right knee. Walk the left foot forward. I'm going to come deep into this lunge here. So starting out by shifting the hips forward, hands on that left thigh. And then don't totally sink the weight into the hip joint. Activate the right leg so there's still support. Now this can be where you stay. Or if you need to go a little bit deeper, come out of the pose, bend the right knee, lunge H to the B, start to draw the heel towards the glutes, shift the weight back forward so you get more of a stretch in that right quadricep. If you want to go deeper still, you can turn the hand inward, which I can't quite do this morning. Turn the hand inward, still opening the chest here, shifting weight forward. About 3 more breaths wherever you are, into the hip, into the quad. Lunge back bend. So if you have hold of this right foot, you're going to stay holding the right foot. You have the option to keep with one hand or bringing 2 hands around that foot. Kick the foot into the hand, lift the chest. That's option 1. If you do not have hold of the back foot, Then you're gonna bring your hands onto your hips, lift the chest, open that way. Pressing the hands down to create more space, lifting up through the heart for that back bend. Yes, awesome. So either kicking the foot into your hand or pressing your hands into your hips. 3 more breaths in this back bend, opening to the chest. On your exhale, release. Moving into a pigeon back bend. Walk the left foot over to the right side of your mat. Lower down onto that left hip. Now, this is the version of pigeon where you will need a prop under that left hip, or you're gonna activate the legs a lot to lift out the left hip. So you can use your block, a blanket, a rolled up mat, or a sweatshirt under that left hip joint. Bring the heel in close as you need it to be into your pelvis. That makes it easier. The more perpendicular your leg is with the front of your mat, the harder this is. So, option 1, hands on the ground, activate the back leg, draw the chest up. Option 1. Option 2, hands float, shoulder blades come on back. Option 3, you're gonna bend the right knee, grab hold of the foot with one or both hands. Kick the foot into your hands coming into this version of pigeon. Some of you might be flexible enough to reach the arms overhead and grab the foot. I am not, so I'm not going to demo that. You're welcome to take that version.
T-Rex.
Great, I have that problem. Yeah. 3 more breaths in your version of this pigeon back bend. Keep squeezing the inner thighs towards one another, lifting through the heart. Breathe. And then release. Fold forward into your basic, also in the yin called sleeping swan version of pigeon. If that bothers your hips, you can come onto your back, take a reclined variation. We're going to take 5 breaths. With whatever version you've chosen, good at it. Surrendering here. Still keeping that strong breath supporting your pose. So keeping your awareness on the body. This physical moment. Now slowly start to ease out of this pose. Take your time to make your way back to down dog. So if what you need is a few rounds of cat-cow or a vinyasa, take those. Or if you just need to move slow and intentional, that's a good option as well. Yeah. And we'll all meet up in down dog eventually. No rush to get there. Once you arrive in down dog, take a deep breath in. Exhale, release out the mouth. Once more, deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, right leg floats to the sky. Exhale, without momentum, step right foot through. Low lunge on this side. Adding some padding under that left knee. Bring your hands up to the right thigh. All right, option 1, you simply walk that right foot forward, shift the hips down, breathe into the stretch. This can be a lot. If you're not feeling much, back out of the pose slightly. Turn this into lunge, H to the heel drawing towards your glutes, adding that quad stretch. Still lifting through the heart, feeling into the stretch first and foremost. Very intentional activation between the inner thighs, getting that adduction. Soften through the face. This may be where you stay, or rather no, you're not going to stay here. No one's staying here. All right, moving into our lunge back bend. If your hand is holding that left foot, you're going to try, come into a full lunge back bend, kicking your foot into the hands, lifting to the heart. If that is feeling like too much, then you're going to bring your hands onto your hips. Back leg stays on the ground. Press the hands into the hips, lift through the chest, lean back. Taking the version that works for you, this lunge back bend, still squeezing the inner thighs towards one another. Opening through the heart, opening through the shoulders. Yes, awesome. 2 more breaths. Release. Bring your hands all the way down to the earth, setting up for this pigeon back bend. Walk the right foot over to the left side of your mat, adding some padding if needed under that right hip. So you have that option of activating the legs a lot. You don't need the padding. Or having something to rest a little bit of your weight on that right hip. The closer your left heel is in towards your pelvis, the easier the pose will be to lift up. Option 1, hands are on the ground, chest drawing forward and up. Option 2, you can float the arms up away from the mat. Option 3, bend the back knee, kick the foot into the hand or hands for your lunge back bend. Lifting through the chest, we're going to take 3 more breaths here. Yes, awesome. Shoulder blades hug towards spine, lifting through the heart. And then exhale, release. Move into your relaxing pigeon variation. So that could be coming onto your back to take that reclining version. Or maybe just resting the torso on the ground. Breathing into that right hip. Softening where you can. Really weaving in that ease here. Take a deep breath into that right hip. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale, slowly start to transition out of that and all the way onto your back. So same thing as last time, take your time to get there. If you need a cat-cow or a vinyasa, go for it. If you need a few breaths in down dog, go for it. But eventually you'll arrive all the way onto your back, hugging your knees into your chest, getting a little rocking action side to side. Reach down, grab hold of either the big toes or the outer edges of your feet, coming into happy baby pose. Rocking back and forth if that feels good. Moving into a back release here, you're going to gather the soles of your feet together over the chest. So legs stay at the same distance from your chest. You're just going to bring the soles of the feet together. Take an inhale here. Exhale all the air out. Hold empty, Uddiyana Bandha, draw navel in and up. So you're hollowing out the abdominals and then reach the sit bones towards the ground. So you feel the low back lengthening. When you're ready to inhale, release the abdominals, take a deep breath in. Do that twice more at your own pace. Move into any final movement or pose of choice, taking about 5 or so breaths, whatever you need to complete your practice. That could be a shoulder stand if that's part of your practice. It's a really great release after back bends. Could be a final spinal twist. Maybe you feel ready for Shavasana, in which case you can shift directly into Shavasana. Taking your time to unwind here. Grabbing any props or clothing to make yourself more comfortable. And eventually settling into this place of final relaxation. Letting your body be heavy, held by the earth. Allowing your breath to settle back to its natural, softer cadence. Just surrendering here for these last few moments of class. arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just take a moment for gratitude for yourself, for practice.